Happy Saturday, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Okay, first of all, give us a thumbs up in the chat box if you can hear us okay. Want to make sure we got everything hooked back up correctly. I think we do. Just want to make sure. Either give us the thumbs up in the chat box or let us know.
Feeling better, Jarhead?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. All right.
I
Outstanding.
think I need to scoot in just a teeny bit. There
Please
we go.
scoot
Now the light is in my face.
Please scoot closer to me. Might have to take a trip to the ER because you make my heart skip a beat. Oh, hold still. I got something by your eyeball. Oh no, it's just your beauty freckle.
Okay. I'm hot. It's hot. I'm burning up.
Want some peace?
No. Hot. Hello, Raven's Nature Family Farm.
Okay, so let's get focused again, and let's say hello to everybody. Hello, Raven's Nature Farm, JJL Forge, Anita, Gemini, Teresa, Christy, D,
Myer, Homestead,
Heather,
April,
Homestead in the Highlands, City Girl Country Heart,
Mark Krieger,
Green Gables,
Hidden Within Myself,
April,
A Seance Family Garden. That's
Haywire
cool.
Homestead.
I got that one. Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello. If we miss you, we apologize.
Just
Wallace Lake.
start commenting and
Yeah.
we'll acknowledge. I promise.
Yeah, somewhere along there.
Somewhere along the line.
So, we had a bit of an interesting week.
Crazy week.
Interesting week. What was it? Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Monday I went?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Monday, I had to take a trip to the
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't catch my breath, and my chest hurt.
Felt like an elephant was sitting on him.
My chest hurt really bad.
Yep.
And so, I had Blaze take me to the only place I could go. Which,
Well, now, before you say that.
I'm saying it.
Well, okay, so everybody's going to think you're crazy for going an hour and some change down the road to the emergency room where you're having chest pains.
Hey, Richard Solomon, thank you.
But here's the thing. No. April, no. That's what I was getting ready to say. Around here, your closest bet is going to be Anderson, and I'm still not 100% sold on Anderson. And then you got Athens, and Athens is about an hour. And it's not straight shot. It's weaving through different roads. At least with going to Augusta, it's like 3 straight roads. I mean, like, you're on one, you're on the other, and you're on another, and you're there. So we went to the Augusta VA. So yeah, Anderson's the best bet, but it's still iffy. See, that's the thing, and see, that's where we're at, Homestead in the Highlands. We're about 75 to 80 minutes away. But he made it. He was fine. He got there. But one of the things that you realized was that you're now at the age when you walk up and tell everybody that your chest hurts. What happens?
Everybody pays attention to you. And not in a good way.
Not in a good way. It was so bad, y'all. They were busy because it was a Monday after the holiday, right? So everybody knows an ER, especially in the VA, after a holiday is usually a pretty big, busy day. And so they were packed. Like, they had a lot of people there, and all of their rooms were full. So they actually had him out in the middle of the hallway, like butt up against the wall right across from the nurse's station. So they had him right there because, you know, they didn't have anything to hook him up to be able to read.
They didn't have anything else to hook me up to.
Hey, Trip H, what's up?
I am the game.
So when I got there, and basically what happened is I left maybe about 30 minutes after them. So Blaze was there, and he stayed with him, or he stayed out in the waiting room.
Against my wishes.
They took Jason straight back. And so Blaze stayed out in the waiting room until I got there. I got there, told them who I was. They took me straight back. And it was actually kind of funny because they had done an EKG and the enzymes test, and everything was okay, but his blood pressure was really high when you got there. It was super high. And so it had started to come back down a little bit. And I was sitting down at the edge of the bed, and he had his little shins exposed from where his boots, like they didn't even take his boots off or anything, which you wouldn't have been able to take them off anyway. But he went to take he had his pant leg up just a little bit from where they had put the little clippy things. And I was just gently just rubbing on his leg like this. And this male nurse comes by, and he's like, "Get your hand off his leg. You're making his blood pressure go up." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." So as soon as I took my hand down, off of it, it dropped like 10 points. I was like, "Okay, I'll leave him alone." So even when he wasn't feeling good, I still make you happy, don't I?
Of course you do.
So, Josh wanted to know, was it high from Blaze's driving?
Yes. And I purposely did not tell Blaze. I just said, "Come on, let's go. We got to go to Augusta." Mm-hmm. And we started going, and then he started trying to take this side street, that side street. And I'm like, "You need to go straight to Augusta. We are going to the VA." And that's when he started getting a little panicky.
Hello, Three Musketeers.
And he took off.
Even when they don't feel good, a man is still a man. Yep.
Yes, Augusta is about 2 hours to the VA hospital. It's
Yeah.
about 2 hours away.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Okay? I wouldn't trust my dog with...
Within an hour at least drive of here.
Yeah. So, and I'm not too fond of the VA hospital in Augusta either, but they are improving. Yes. So, but I got there, I went up to the counter, and I handed her my ID card, and she said, "What brings you in today?" And I said, "My chest is hurting, and I feel like I have a truck on my chest." She pushed a button. And like 3 dudes came out. It's like there must be their whole job. When that button gets pushed, a light goes on or an alarm goes on back there. They came out there with a little stretcher, a little gurney, whatever it's called, bed on wheels, and sat me down and took off to the back.
Code button.
And next thing I know, my shirt's up over my head. I'm getting all these sticky things put all over me. They're pulling my pants up, putting sticky things down on my leg. And one of the little nurses goes, "Huh, you ain't got no hair down here." And boop, boop, boop. Jamming things in my mouth, running things across my forehead, putting a blood pressure cuff on. Mm-hmm. Next thing I know is you're going to feel a stick. Bam! Threw an IV in. And,
I would have just cut your clothes off.
Oh, we'd have been fighting then because I had on one of my nice Big Bear shirts, and I'm going to be playing that one.
They have to shave your chest. No.
They didn't shave my chest.
On his legs, no. Okay, so Jason has issues with his vertebrae or his discs, and it has caused problems down his legs into his nerves.
And when they had to adjust or figure out how much nerve damage was done to be able to regulate my compensation for the VA, because the damage was done while I was serving in the Marines. And so they stuck needles in my legs to basically run like electricity through to test the level of nerve damage.
They almost looked like
They look like fish
acupuncture.
hooks.
No, they were like acupuncture kind of looking things, but they put them in there and
then they just wired me up like I was Iron Man and started running electric through me. And
but this is literally in areas like up his leg where you can see where it's
on the
literally
top of my
killed.
thighs.
Yeah, it's literally killed where the hair's like electrolysis. Like it's completely killed the hair follicles.
And it's only a spot like about that long on my shin.
Yeah.
It's very funny. It's like hair landing strip.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's like somebody did a Nair test on him or something. It's really funny to see.
It was like I got drunk and all my buddies just waxed my legs right there in that one spot. But that's not what happened.
So anyway, so they were, they put the leads on, and is it an electrical shock to your nerves?
That's what they told me it was.
Yeah, like the story. You wax, admit it. Yeah.
And so they hooked all of that stuff up and took my temperature, and then the doc came over and I said, I know what you're doing and it's not a heart attack. I know it's not a heart attack. I wouldn't have made it an hour and a half if it was a heart attack.
Right.
And so she started asking me, basically, have you traveled?
Good night, Haywire.
Doing this. And I said, well, I just got back from Arkansas.
Well, and then the night before we'd been.
And I was getting to that. And Reap What You Sow's in here. Hey, Reap What You Sow. How you doing? How you guys doing? Love you guys so much. And if you guys don't know who Reap What You Sow is, they're a wonderful channel. They're down there in Louisiana, and we just love them to death. And they're great people, and just love them.
Yep, Jason's fine. Decent paybacks real.
And so
roll Tide.
And so they kept wanting to run all these tests, and so they took a bunch of blood and they ran the test to see if you had a heart attack. It came back negative. I'm like, I told you so. And I told them, I said, I've had a cracked rib before.
How did you have a cracked rib?
And the reason why my rib got cracked was repeated a couple of nights beforehand.
You did not tell them that.
I sure did.
Oh, no. No wonder they were giving me such a hard time.
And,
oh, God.
And so I thought that, because it felt exactly the same, except for it wasn't over here this time. It was right up and in here, and it still hurts. Well, they kept running tests. And then they finally sent me up for an x-ray.
Yep.
And then they came back and they said, well, you don't have anything broken.
Right.
But you could have cracked something or pulled a muscle. And then with me having GERD right here, this hernia right in here.
He has a hiatal hernia right there.
Could have made it even twice as bad at what it was. And so and that's for a private phone call.
Use your imagination. So they did an x-ray to check and see if you had pneumonia and all of that other stuff. And what they basically came back with is, and they really did, they did a really good job, because they were not going to let him go until another EKG and another enzymes test came back fine. Now, one thing they did say, though, is one, he had an hour and a half ride from the time that he started having the pain to the time he got there. And then for them to start doing the enzyme tests and the EKG. Then he was in the bed laying down for hours before they did another one. So one thing she said that she wanted to do was to schedule him with his primary care doctor, schedule him for a stress test. Because she's still not 100%, until she sees a test that says otherwise, she's still not completely ruled out that it was something that could have been stress-induced.
But, oh yeah, stress-induced. I'll go with stress-induced. But my cholesterol came back good. My sugar came back good.
That's what she said. She said, if I didn't look at you physically and I just had a piece of paper and I just looked at your numbers.
And she said, that's one healthy man.
She said, minus your weight, which we all know. I mean, you're a little bit overweight. She said, but
I'm a fatty.
Everything else looks like the numbers of an healthy person.
Go ahead and say it. 18-year-old.
No. So that being said, she was like,
See, I agree with Jim.
How was your testosterone level? I'm pretty sure they didn't check that. Teresa said, did it hurt?
Like bull.
Did it hurt to breathe in? To take
Still
deep
does,
breaths?
yes.
Yeah, and see, that's where the issue is now, is that he's still not.
We just gotta stretch him taller.
So it basically says it's one of those things where
not so much of a beatdown. Just saying.
Hey, out of Goshen, how are you?
Just saying. Not much of a beatdown.
I failed my stress test, had a heart cath, and my heart is of a teenager. Yeah.
Out of Goshen home.
So basically, we're just gonna, what she told him to try and do. Woody! What is up? I haven't seen Woody in forever. Man, good to see you. Mm-hmm. He took a rib from Adam. More like Robin took a rib from Jason. But basically, she told him to take it easy for a little while, to rest, because she's still convinced that it's probably a pulled muscle. That it could have been something as simple as, and I've done this. Any of y'all that have been with us for a while, what's it been, a year and a half ago, when I hurt my back so bad, I came out here during lunch and was in tears. We were on a live stream. I had pulled a muscle, and all the doctor even told me, he was like, look, it could have been as simple as you turned around to look behind you to back out. And that could have been it. And that's what she told him, is that it could have been something as simple as you reached for your cup, or you went to turn off an alarm or something like that, and you could have pulled something just doing that. Of course, we didn't mention the fact that he was running from trees and chopping stuff down and picking stuff up.
No, I did tell her that.
Sure you did.
I told her that. I told her to go. I tried to get her to go watch the video when you called me a freaking moron.
Mm-hmm. You did. You were a freaking moron. Exactly. You ran from a tree. Exactly. So, very possible that it was a pulled muscle. It's still not completely healed yet. We've been trying to keep him rested, but all of y'all that have reached out to us, thank you so much for your concern. We appreciate it. And what I've been telling everybody, because they'll say, well, how's Jason doing? And I say, well, the problem is that it's hard to tell somebody to slow down in a season where you're supposed to be gearing up. So that's been really difficult, is trying to get him to stay calm while we're trying to get everything moved and everything going around. So you can actually break a rib from a coughing fit. I believe that. And City Girl says she's pulled muscles from sneezing. They say that it's possible that you can do something as simple as that.
I got my baby aspirin close by.
Now, this is the thing that kind of irritates me, and this is why I was so worried, is because he texted me. I was in the middle of a sales call when he texted me. And instead of saying, I don't feel good, this is what's wrong, he said, I think I'm going to have to go to the emergency room.
That's not what I said.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. And so I was like,
Whoa, if
it's focal around the sternum where they connect to the ribs, it's probably Tootsie's syndrome.
What is that out of
I don't know
Goshen?
what that is.
That's why I said, what is that
Yeah.
out of Goshen?
But
because that's exactly where it is. Like
she
right
said,
in
I
here.
have muscle spasms in my chest cavity that will make you think you're having a heart attack. Yeah, I mean that's one of the things they told us was that it could be a number of different things, but if it's a pulled muscle, it'll feel like a heart attack. And I actually went and visited a customer the next day on Tuesday, and he said he pulled his because he has a fat dog that can't make it up onto the bed, and in the middle of the night, the dog was freaking out, and so all he did was just reached over and went to pick up the dog and bring it over like this, and just by doing that leverage, and he is much younger, he's like 32, so he's not like
whoa, hold on,
44.
What are you trying to
Just
say?
saying everything falls apart after 30. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, but he pulled the dog over, and he said it took him almost 6 months to get completely over that pain. It's where the ribs subluxates from the sternum. It doesn't show up in x-rays or in tests. Seriously painful, especially when moving or breathing hard. So.
Well, I'm having a very... Now look, I'll be honest. Okay, I'll be 100% honest. This little episode did scare me a little. Okay? I'm not afraid of dying. No, I know where I'm going. So, dying doesn't bother me. If the Lord says it's my time, my time. I just pray and I ask that He at least lets me walk both my daughters down the aisle and I get to hold my grandkids. Because I was told I have to die before Robin. Right? I gotta die before you.
Why?
Right. So that way you can get that hot young guy out in Hollywood.
Okay.
But this week I have been drinking lots of water. I been strict on my keto. And
or a Scottish guy. Yes, ma'am. Kilt and all.
And so I've been working really hard because one of the things that bothers me is I cannot get to the end of my driveway without being out of breath right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's because of this or if there's really something else
Hey, Farm 23.
going on.
Right.
And so I've been trying to get out and at least walk to the mailbox and back every day and trying to do better. So more than likely, you guys, you're probably going to start to see more kind of like keto recipes that we're doing, especially if I like it. We'll share it.
Hey, Todd.
And
starting to hurt.
Mm-hmm. And join me on the journey if you want to. I would love for somebody to join me on losing some weight like Wayne and I did. Wayne's fallen off the map. But Wayne and I did a weight loss competition that was extremely motivating before, and I lost a lot of weight. And then Wayne went and got married, and I said, well,
he got happy again.
I'll put the weight back on. Mm-hmm. And so I would, if anybody's out there that wants to do that,
Oh, she said, I'll do anything I can to help you. Not sure if you're up to being outdone by a 47-year-old Meemaw. Trip H said they'll join you.
Cool. That would be
We just restarted keto today. I'll hang with you. Let's compete.
All right, cool. Then let's do it.
Do we still have that Facebook page?
Yes, somewhere.
I feel like we did at one point have a...
We have a weight loss challenge
Facebook page
group,
somewhere. Yeah.
Big Bear's Weight Loss Challenge.
I was looking at Pinterest and Googling keto just before this live. Well, there you go. Well, I'll tell you one thing that we did. I had to go shopping today. And so I had to go get everything to get us ready, get us back on hardcore. Because every time I try to get us in, we come right back out. And so, oh, look who that is! Lucy! Hey, Lucy!
Hey, Lucy.
Count me in. I would like to join you. Cool. Yeah, so basically, go ahead. You were going to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, when we went grocery shopping today, Aldi had zucchini on sale. And originally, our plan was we were going to be doing a lot of filming today. And when I got to, we kind of talked about doing keto and getting all of that done. I went to Aldi and they had zucchini on sale. And so we came home with like 10 packs of 3 zucchini. So there was 30 zucchini plus the ones that I still had in the fridge. So we pulled out. I texted Jason before we even left the grocery store. I'm like, clean everything up, get the table cleaned up. You all right? Mm-hmm. And get the spiralizer out. And so we spent most of the afternoon, instead of filming, we spent most of the afternoon spiralizing zucchini so that we could get up a bunch of zoodles. Because one of the things that I've learned with keto with us is that if it's pre-planned, it goes much smoother.
Well,
like if you know ahead of time, it's a lot smoother.
Farmer Meemaw sent us a link to a website that has a whole bunch of keto stuff in it.
Yes, he has water. It's right there.
And so that's going to be a big help with us. Now, one of the things that I was going to say,
so I have to buy gadgets. Yay!
One of the things that I have noticed is, okay, like I said, they have me keeping the baby aspirin close by, which is a joke. But my Peace rollerball, I put it
behind your ears.
But on right in here on my neck, and right on here on my neck. And because I can tell when I'm starting to get tense, or when I'm starting, like, the kids are really stressing me out, or whatever, or my school is really stressing me out. You cannot be 44 years old and go back to school anymore and have a farm and run a business, because you will lose your mind. But I digress. I put this on and I can feel it start to go away. Now, it's also allergy season. And I was in some bad trouble this morning. I actually broke down and asked Robin, do we have any allergy, Tylenol allergy or whatever?
Any medicine. That'll show you how much we don't take it, because it doesn't even know what to tell me what medicine it is. Just, I need something for allergies.
Yeah. And Robin gave me one. I went to go check some beaver traps.
And it didn't do anything for him.
It didn't touch anything. And I told her, I said, you need to pick up something stronger. It's bad this year.
And he cannot take Benadryl, because diphenhydramine just makes him, his legs go crazy. He's nuts.
Y'all wouldn't like it, but I could take it.
Yeah.
And I finally asked her, I said, why am I even talking about medicine? I said, Robin, what oils do I need to use? And so she had me put...
Which, Lucy just said Tri-Ease, which what you're getting ready to tell her to say is what is in Tri-Ease. Go ahead.
Is lemon,
yep,
which we didn't have any lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And I put a couple of drops of each in my hand. And I did this, and I just cut my nose. By the time I was on my third inhale,
you already had relief.
I had relief. I could breathe. that was at approximately 11 o'clock.
A little bit later, but go ahead. It was later in the day, but go ahead.
And I put some right across here.
Across your brow. And,
across my stupid mustache right here. And then I put it right across. I just took my hand and wiped my forehead. Now, I don't know if it was because maybe my pores are open a little bit, but it did burn my forehead a little bit. It got a little tingly.
That was the peppermint.
But, again, that was at what time?
A little after 12.
A little after 12. And,
yeah. So here's the thing. So we've got some people saying that, Tri-Ease is what that is. But it is in a pill, so you can take it internally. Now Breathe also has a bunch of that stuff in it. Now normally I would have told him to get Breathe, but I'm out of Breathe right now.
We're out of lemon too.
And we're out of lemon. So I know I have an order I have to make. But I knew that we didn't have Breathe, so I went ahead and told him just do lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Put them together. He's like, what am I supposed to do with them? And I was like, put them on your hands and, inhale them and then wipe it across your forehead and up underneath your nose. And it seemed to help almost immediately because I got a text message very quickly after that. You don't need to go by the store. I'm fine. Oils are awesome. So I was like, okay. So that definitely helped. So we were good to go.
And so, guys, allergy season
Lucy.
is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was absolutely miserable this morning. And since like I said, I probably breathed it in after the third time of doing it, I was getting relief. And I probably huffed it in for lack of a better term. I breathed it in out of my hand maybe 3 or 4 more times. And boom. And it has cleared me right up. No, it was allergies. Reap what you sow. Richard Solomon. Even mix of all 3. Yes, I did basically 2 of each one. So we're probably going to have a really hardcore allergy year. It's great. All the pollen going around. Great for beekeeping. Gemini wants to know, can citrus be used in place of lemon? She's out of lemon.
I mean, I would say, you used it without the lemon and it worked fine.
Yeah.
I would say you probably could because it's still, I would think it would still work. But I know that lemon for a fact works the best. So, and we did that as well. We diffused them as well. Because when I came in the house, this afternoon, it was definitely, you could smell all of it in the air. So, yeah. Short of breath, walking, are you sure you're not is it asthma? I don't think so. I think they would have caught that.
No.
Everyone here suffers from allergies. It's really bad. Yeah, it might not be as effective, but it's okay to use another citrus. The thing is that lemon is not expensive. So it's just a matter of, I just got to get it. I didn't know. So the problem is we go through lemon so fast because we use it for everything. We use it for cleaning. We use it for flavor. We use it for water. We use it for tea. We use it in everything. So
yeah. I put 3 to 4 drops of lemon in my tea. I put 3 to 4 drops of lemon in my water. I put, we mix lemon with, eucalyptus for the smell because I enjoy eucalyptus and
peppermint.
There's another one. It may be lime. I think we did eucalyptus because I like the smell of eucalyptus and lemon and lime, and we mixed them together. And put it on a toothbrush, and that's how, you know how on your above your stove you got the overhang where your lights are and the fan is. Well, you can't, just by wiping it down every night, you still can't get all of the grease and the nastiness that comes from cooking underneath it all the time. And so once every couple of months, every other month, we'll take a toothbrush, take the light bulbs out, take everything out, and use that to clean that area. And it's just, it's crazy how easy it is.
Because it's a natural degreaser. It'll cut grease immediately.
We probably didn't even have to use the toothbrush, but we used the toothbrush so we can put it on the bristles, so that way the bristles can get up in those tiny little places that the fat fingers can't get into.
Yeah.
And which is great.
We also use, and we just did a video on this. I think a lot of people missed that that's what the video is about. I think I need to change the name of the video, but we did a video on lemon oil. And one of the other things that we use it for is we put the lemon oil in our water, our dishwater, and it almost acts like a rinsing agent. Like when you have that extra little rinse stuff that you put in your dishwasher that kind of takes the water stains and stuff off. If you put a little bit of that into your dishwater, that helps as well because it cuts the grease off of everything. So.
Oh, well, I need to make a public service announcement. Country Girl just entered the room. And
lemon oil.
And I want to say her and Josh have been great with me over the last couple of days. We've been playing a game through Facebook, a game of pool. I'm gonna go ahead and let it know. Don't let her act like she don't know how to play a game. Country Girl is a pool shark. From way back, she cheats. And
they're only cheating if they beat you.
No, she flat out cheats.
Okay.
She cheats. So just want to put that out there.
Nut. Look, I had to fuss at her the other night. Yeah, that's the why so sourious. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so the other night I'm in the bathtub and I hear Jason, son of a blah, he's going off, and then I get a text message from her. It comes up on my screen and it's like, you're about to hear him start fussing. I beat him again. And I was like, you do realize he is supposed to be relaxing and not stressing out. And she's like, all right, I'm going to bed.
Look,
cracked me up. It made me laugh so hard.
It's very hard
to
for
sit
me
still. Yeah.
To sit there in front of the TV and just watch TV all day long.
Yeah.
I read books for a little while, and then the girls are doing stuff, so I can't really focus on some of the books that I'm trying to read. And then, so, with those stupid games that you can get on the phone, you can play them, and it doesn't really take a lot of concentration. I mean, it's just a game, so I don't understand why some people like Country Girl got to cheat.
So, Wendy Waddell says, I use cut lemon to clean a lot of stuff, like countertop cabinets. She said, read The Egg and I. That book was horrible.
That book shut down the Big Bear Homestead book club.
It was so bad. Stivers, what's up? Glad to have you. But anyway, Wendy said that she uses cut lemon to do that. What we have done in the past is we'll take citrus peels, and so the lime peels, lemon peels, orange peels, and we keep the pith, which is the white stuff on the inside of the peel. And when we fill up a jar with the skin, the rinds in there, and then we fill it up with vinegar and let it sit for a little while. And then, thank you, Gloria. And then what will happen is that citric acid will kind of soak into the vinegar really well, and that's a great cleaner. But then what we do is we take those rinds after we've got the cleaner. We'll take the rinds out. And we'll start cleaning with that, and I promise you, it's like a magic eraser.
It is.
Like, it literally will pull just about anything off of a surface. I mean, it works really well.
It has saved so many walls from little girls when they get into the I want to doodle on
a wall.
On a wall.
On a refrigerator. Whatever.
Yeah.
So that works really, really well. Have you ever made the rinds? Have you ever made the rinds and make lemon powder for cooking with? No, I've never done that. So, are you talking about, like, do you dehydrate the rinds, I'm assuming? And then maybe chop them up? I don't know. I guess.
Look, it goes back to what I said when we're talking about the essential oils. God put everything on this planet
that we need. Right.
He knew we were going to have to clean. He knew that there was going to be sicknesses. And he gave us what we need to clean, to fix our illnesses. All these things. And we just have to remember that. That's why he gave us dominion over the plants and animals. He put us in charge of all of that because he knew we were going to need it. And, you know, I have some people come to me sometimes and they say, you know, how can you believe in God the way that you do? And then I usually take them to my beehive when I have a beehive, and I open the top and I ask them, tell me how this happened by accident. Explain how this happened by accident.
Well, and if you start getting into the major details of the way they communicate, the way they behave, you just don't understand that. So. But let's see. So everybody was talking about to make the powder, how to do it. Dee said they used lemon slices. She had a pedicure done yesterday, and so they used lemon slices during her pedicure. One thing also with lemon is that lemon's actually really good for the health of like your cuticles and for fingernail health. So that's probably why they used it. Just so you know, just a useless bit of information.
Another thing that proves that God is awesome. Because the Lord knew that what are you going to be using to peel the lemon?
Right, your fingernails, exactly. And that's what I was getting ready to say, is that, you know, if you've ever peeled an orange or peeled a lemon, you know, a lot of times it'll burn. If you have, like, you know, what's that called? With, like, ingrown or whatever. I can't think of what that's called.
While you're thinking about it, here's another reason.
What?
Well, he also put it in girls to worry about that kind of thing versus us guys because he knew you girls would be peeling the oranges and the lemons and stuff for us.
Yeah, hangnail. That's it. Or hangnail. Dee said, yeah, and that was another thing. So she was taking her car to have it fixed, she was driving her car around and getting ready to just do like a normal checkup because she's driving to Florida with it in about a month.
That was funny.
And her AC went out, and she was saying if the AC hadn't gone out, she would have never heard that her brakes were messing up. So she's convinced, and I agree with her, that God made the AC go out in her car just so she'd be able to hear the brakes go out, because otherwise she wouldn't have heard it.
Look, the Lord made me have this episode to wake me up. Because, see, my problem is that when I get mad or upset, I eat. I eat my feelings, is the best way to put it. The doctor at the VA says, you swallow your aggressions. No, I'm swallowing a cheeseburger, but I get what you're saying. And so that's why I say I know I need to lose this weight, and I know I'm not going to be able to do it by myself.
You had to go there, Cheryl. You just have to figure out how to make one and it be keto friendly. I bet Keto Country has a recipe. They've got to. There's got to be something. Because cream cheese is good for you. Yeah. On keto, you can have cream cheese. Mm-hmm. So you just got to figure out the rest of it.
So sometimes the Lord is trying to tell you something, and if you're being a fool and you're not listening because you're stressing about a garden, or stressing about your kid, or stressing about some schoolwork, or stressing about this, or stressing about that, then he will make you have chest pains to wake you up. Mama grows, mama grows.
You see, she comes in with her music. Maybe not 7 pounds though, Robin. I said that was some good tractor driving. Yeah. Hey all, sorry I'm late. How are y'all feeling? Ankle and chest. Yeah, so my ankle, that was the other thing. We didn't even really touch on that. We were coming back because we didn't get home till like 8:30 that night. And it was dark, and we've put in these beds, but we haven't like leveled out the ground yet to where everything is, because there were still holes and things from different stuff. And basically what ended up happening is I was walking and I twisted my ankle, and I mean, we didn't even make it in the door and I was in pain. I was like, this is lovely. Mama Grows, if you'll put that in our Big Bear homesteading group thing. I've seen it a couple of times from different people. I tried to do it today and it wouldn't work for me. We might get Jason to try it on his phone.
I tried it because Keto Country sent it to me, and I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, neither one of us could get our phones to work, but whatever. So, everybody else seems to be getting the $5 one. So, yeah, I got $5. I spent it. Well, we got to go tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff we got to get done tomorrow, because today was kind of a wash. Oh, wow. Luma Acres said I got 100. Nice.
Yeah, see, he sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Try it again. And I'll do it live on here right now and see what we get. Maybe we'll get to 500. So, but the busy little house. How are you guys doing?
Oh, congratulations. There's your link.
What did we get? Drum roll, please.
$5. $5. There's your $5.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
5 buckaroos.
I got garden supplies. $100 worth of more garden stuff. Nice.
Awesome.
3 Musketeers said my friend got 500 and I got 5. Yep. Did Josh say he was leaving?
No.
It says goodbye, JJL.
He just leaves. Okay, there it is.
Boss, I hate to go. It's taking me a lot currently to get there, so I'm going to say goodnight. You can use your soap. Just saying.
Yep.
Okay, so what can I spray on the German Shepherd, the neighbor's German Shepherd, if they attack us again?
Double aught buck.
Yeah. No.
Look, you're in Country Girl, you're in a situation that I would say shoot it.
Teresa, I did see you because you had your name tag on. She said, saw you at the shindig, enjoyed listening to you for a bit. Didn't get up the nerve to speak. I did see you come by because I recognized your name because I've seen your name in our chat before. So just so you know, I knew you were there.
And look, here's the thing. I was told by a law enforcement officer a couple of moons ago that if you're out walking your dog and this neighbor's dog comes up aggressive and goes to attack you and your dog, shoot it.
Oh no, my terrible neighbor's got another dog.
But you can use all of the things up there. Obviously, the owner needs to be held accountable. If you took your dog to the vet, I would hand them the vet bill and tell them that you expect payment in full within 30 days or I'll see you in court. Most states have leash laws now.
But at the same time, if your dog's the one, keep your dog in check because that means you could be just as liable.
Because I don't play. Ever since we moved up here and all the feral dogs, I don't play with dogs anymore. You know, and I know a lot of folks out there want to save stray dogs and stuff like that, but when one almost got Ladessa, they stopped playing it anymore. You know, I used to catch them when I'd catch them in a coyote trap. I would take them to the pound and say I found it on the street. But once a dog goes feral or a dog is extremely alpha intended, he will make sure that he is the only male in that area, and that is extremely dangerous. I would definitely have Doug is exactly right. Number one predator on the homestead is the neighborhood dog.
Yep.
I would go and confront my neighbor if you haven't and say, these are your options. Put him up, put him on a leash. If not, I'm going to have to shoot him.
And let me give you a little bit of back history. We had something like this happen to us. We were running our chickens on our neighbor's front pasture, his front yard. And we had them inside electric fence. They weren't just running around. Everything was good. And we came in one morning to move them, and the dog was inside the coop and had a chicken in his mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. And we went and confronted the lady about it.
And she paid for the chickens. And we told her, look, you know, keep him locked up because this is going to get expensive for you.
Yeah, because he'll do it again.
Yeah. And so we moved our remaining hens, started shopping around to try to buy some more hens because at that point in time we were selling to a restaurant.
Yeah, we had a restaurant. We were going there like every 2 days. We were taking eggs to them.
And so she said, yeah, sorry. And it happened again. And I went to her. And she refused to pay this time. And I told her flat out, the dog comes again, I'm going to shoot it.
And we called the cops. Just so y'all know. We called the cops. We had the cops come out. They filed a report. We made sure they dotted every I and crossed every T because we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, next morning.
And the cop even told her that I have the right to shoot the dog. And
if you don't put the dog up, he has every right to shoot it.
Dog came by the next morning. He come walking across our property. Because at that point in time, then we moved the chickens back on to our
property.
Our spot. Because they were in the last little section. And we were doing rotation. And our old neighbor, he had like 1.5 acres, 2 acres of his front yard that he just didn't want to cut. And so it was beneficial to both of us that I'd run the cows on there, and then I'd run it behind with the chickens, and then we'd let it rest for a week or so. And so this dog started coming to where my chickens were. And so I waited. I made sure he was full on my property. I made sure he was getting close to and I shot him. And she called the cops. And the cop looked at her and said, you were told.
You were warned.
You were warned. And she made like she was going to sue and blah, blah, blah. And the cop basically told her, he said, I think you need to relax. You were told to keep the dog up. If you go and sue him, he can turn around and countersue you for the loss of his chickens and the loss of income. And it went away.
Yeah.
But that's what I would do because
Well, she said that she called the cops and they told him that if they're called again, he's going to be arrested. And one of the officers told her to do what she had to do to protect herself if it happens again. I mean, basically, that's all you can do at that point. And she said the problem is that she doesn't blame the dogs. She blames the owner for failing to control the dogs.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, it's getting about time for us to wrap it up here. We got about 5 minutes. And so I want to go over with you guys everything that we've got going on where you guys can come out and see us, come up, hug our necks, learn something.
Good night, Claire.
This next month, Memorial Day weekend, you have the opportunity to come take a class here on our homestead with myself and JJL Forge. It's $150 for the class for 2 days, and we will be feeding you both days, and you will learn blacksmithing and predator control.
And you're actually going to run a line.
And we're actually going to run a trap line. Mm-hmm. Then in June, we will be at Myer Hatchery. Mm-hmm. We will be speaking on predator control there at their customer appreciation. Then we will be at the Homesteading Life Conference up in Missouri with Off Grid and Doug and Stacy. We are putting on a workshop there about predator control. Then we will finish out the year at the Homesteaders of America Conference in Fort Royal, Virginia. Front Royal. Now, Doug and Stacy's is August 5th and 6th.
It's a Sunday and a Monday. Yeah.
That link, once this gets done processing, will be in the description below. Homesteaders of America is October 11th, 12th, 13th. The 11th is the classes.
That's wrong.
Or the 10th is the classes.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Okay. August is the 4th and 5th.
4th and 5th.
And then October is the 10th, 11th, 12th.
10th, 11th, 12th.
So the 10th is when the classes are.
Yeah. So we will be doing a class at the Homesteaders of America conference also. But if you are in like Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, all those places, and you can't make it all the way over there to Virginia, you have the perfect opportunity now.
Outdoors with Eric. What's up?
To hook up with us at the Homesteading Life Conference.
Yes, definitely.
Link will be in the description.
Trip H said that's going to be their anniversary trip. They can't wait to see us. So
nice.
Yeah. So Myer Hatchery D is in Polk, Ohio.
Right.
So we'll be going up there that weekend for that. So we're pretty excited about that as well.
Pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about going to the Homesteading Life Conference. And I'm not just saying that because Doug and them are here. I'm excited for a couple of reasons. One, I've never been to Missouri.
And it's Hannibal, Missouri, which has got a lot. It's steeped in history.
Mark Twain. Mm-hmm. There's...
Laura Ingalls is close, right? I think.
Yeah. But I'm going to sneak around and I'm going to follow Doug back to his house. And I'm just going to sleep on his couch or something.
No, you're not.
And so I'm super excited about going up to that one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about the Homesteading Life Conference, and I'm very honored, and I can't wait to be a part of that this year. And hopefully
I'm excited too.
Be invited back for more years to come. And so it's going to be...
Just Doug doesn't have a couch. He has a barn.
I'll go sleep in that root cellar of his that they just built.
Or the dog house. Have you seen the dog house? The dog house is amazing. Like, I'd even sleep in the dog's house. I mean, shoot, his chicken coop. I mean, everything he builds is amazing. Yeah. So
I just want to go there and just take pictures of all the stuff that he has built, so that way I can bring it back here and like his off-grid solar shower. Mm-hmm. That one's, I've watched that video probably about 300 times. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that it probably messed up your analytics and stuff, because I go back. I apologize. Mm-hmm. But I think that is a really...
Yes, but getting close.
I think it's really, that solar shower is really cool. Mm-hmm. I would have never in a million years have thought to set it up with that PVC like that. So I would have been the crazy guy that went to Habitat for Humanity and bought a $5 shower head. And crossed my fingers.
Cross your fingers. Yeah. Anyway. Well.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Remember to be kind to one another. Thank you to the couple of people. I think Teresa Dean was one of them that posted in our Facebook group.
Good night, Doug.
The couple of memes about the guy with the rock on his back with the snake.
Oh yeah, and also the one with the older lady,
and there's
three young men.
Three young men. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing that. Yeah. So, if you're not part of the Big Bear Homesteading group, please come on over. We'll approve you to join. Don't forget our Facebook page.
Yes, we got the fodder plans.
And follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Remember, you guys, be kind to one another. Love on each other. You do not know what that other person is going through. That Mimi says it perfectly. The lady doesn't know he has a huge boulder on his back, and the dude doesn't know that the girl's getting bit by a snake. So, remember to recycle, reuse, repurpose, keep stuff out of the landfills, give wildlife a chance. And don't forget, Trip H is going live right after us.
Are they?
I should have led with that, and I apologize, Trip H, because I told you I'd send everybody over, but we only got 55 people in here now versus the 74. So
I would have reminded you. I didn't know that they were going to continue to
yeah,
go on.
so
Sure.
I'm sorry. I forgot to mention it earlier. That's my bad. I blame it on my chest. My chest made me forget. And so let's go on over, hang out with Trip H, and let's ask him more questions about that awesome fodder system he's got. We'll see you guys later. Thank you. And you guys have a wonderful